checking on the motherfucking MetaQuest headset. He says it's better than the Apple Vision Pros. Now I don't know about that, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't touchscreen, it ain't better, you know what I'm saying? But let's get into the video. Shout out Mark Zuckerberg. Let's go.
Alright guys, so I finally tried Apple's Vision Pro. And you know, I have to say that before this, I expected that Quest would be the better value for most people since it's really good and it's like 7 times less expensive. But after using it, I don't just think that Quest is the better value. I think that Quest is the better product, period. And you know, the different companies made different design decisions for the headsets. They have different strengths. But overall, Quest is better for the vast majority of things that people use mixed reality for. Now, my friend Kenny is actually capturing this video on Quest's high-resolution mixed reality pass-through right now. We're just here in my living room, and you can see his browser windows and whatever else he's got running up here. So yeah, Quest 3 does high-quality pass-through with big screens, just like Vision Pro. But we also designed it to be great for a lot of other things. Moving around, playing games, hanging out with friends and socializing, working out, and more. All right, guys. So I found Quest, you know, I think is just a lot more comfortable. You know, we designed it to weigh 120 grams less, which makes a really big difference on your face. There's no wires that get in the way when you move around. It's a big deal. Our field of view is wider, and I found our screen to be brighter also. I also noticed that, you know, Apple's headset has this motion blur as you move around, which Quest is just a lot crisper. Now, Apple's screen does have a higher resolution, and that's really nice. But I was surprised by how many trade-offs they had to make to the quality of the device and the comfort and ergonomics and other aspects of the display and artifacts in order to get to that. Now, for input, Quest supports precision controllers that are great for games. Both headsets support hand tracking, but you know, I found ours to be a little more accurate. Apple's eye tracking is really nice. We actually had those sensors back in Quest Pro. We took them out for Quest 3, and we're going to bring them back in the future. It's a nice interface. It's not perfect. Quest, you know, I think is just a lot more comfortable. You know, we designed it to typing or complex tasks. You're going to want things like hands or a keyboard or controllers or eventually a neural interface for those kind of inputs. Quest's immersive content library is a lot deeper. You know, we've been working with studios building virtual and mixed reality games and other content for a long time now. And if you want to watch YouTube or play Xbox on the big screen anywhere you go, that's only available on Quest for now. So, you know, when I look around, it seems like there are a lot of people who just assumed that Vision Pro would be higher quality because it's Apple and it costs $3,000 more. But, you know, honestly, I'm pretty surprised that Quest is so much better for the vast majority of things that people use these headsets for with that price difference.
I see you, Shahari.
Now, look, I know that, you know, some fanboys get upset whenever anyone dares to question if Apple's going to be the leader in a new category. But the reality is that every generation of computing has an open and a closed model. And yeah, typing or complex tasks, you're going to want things like in mobile, Apple's closed model 1. But it's not always that way. If you go back to the PC era, Microsoft's open model was the winner. And in this next generation, Meta is going to be the open model, and I really want to make sure that the open model wins out again. The future is not yet written. So, you know, I want to take a moment to just thank everyone who's been building with us for more than a decade. That goes for both Quest and the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, which are doing way better than I even hoped that they would. You know, as the old saying goes, the best way to predict the future is to invent it. So, I'll see you all out there.
Oh, shit. So, I ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out Mark Zuckerberg for, you know, coming out with a motherfucking MetaQuest Vision Pro. I ain't gonna lie. They might. Let's take a look at these things. Let's take a look at these things, bro. They might be a little some, you know what I'm saying? They might be a little some. Let's see. The MetaQuest 3. Let's see what he okay. Let's see a little example. Hello.
Holy hugs. This is actually good. Meta were very kind to provide a review unit of the Quest 3, but I'll be honest, I wasn't hugely excited to give it a try. Not to say anything bad about the Quest 2, which I still think is a great little VR headset, but it never really stuck with me. With the Quest 3, this is something else entirely. There are two really impressive
Okay.
features about the Quest 3. First and foremost is the video pass-through. It is actually usable. I can only see
Okay.
the camera, I can see my display, I can interact with items, and of course you've got the controllers. Now these are quite nice, but honestly, you don't need them. With just my hands, I can place a window pretty much anywhere I want in the real world and interact with it just the way I would as if it was a giant
imagine if you could
touchscreen. Now
stream
for gaming,
with
you're
this
still
shit.
going to want to use the controllers, but for regular usage, this is so cool. Holy
I ain't gonna lie. Imagine if you could stream with that shit. So shout out Mark Zuckerberg, but that was pretty fire. I'm not even